So I'll jump into Chronicle FIX. This is some of the stuff that we've done with Chronicle FIX lately. We built a UI for it, which gives you the ability to monitor all your FIX sessions. So you can see here the monitoring page. You can see the type of the sessions, the sequence numbers, and the status. You can interact with those sessions. You can create new ones. You can edit them. You can stop them, start them. You can change their sequence numbers and so on. So all the standard stuff that people need when monitoring and managing FIX sessions. We have a really cool, I say a new product. It's probably a couple of years old now, but we haven't put a lot of effort into publicizing it, called the Router. And what that does is enables your counterparty, the buy side will say, to come in on end sessions, and the router will then transform and route internally messages to alternative internal sessions. And it'll do that using a really nice and elegant language like this. So you can, the rules are evaluated from top to bottom. So common use cases for this are to route high value orders to a particular system or particular server, or orders from a particular counterparty to a higher spec server with better latency, for example. Another very common use case is because the router is sitting in between the counterparty and your internal systems, it has the fixed connection to the counterparty. So if you just use the router as a pass-through, you can stop, and you've got two back-end fixed servers. What you can do is you can stop one of them. The router will transparently and seamlessly route all the messages through to the live one, and you can upgrade the down one and then bring that back up again seamlessly as far as the customer is concerned.
One of our larger clients is actually using a FIX engine, the router, sorry, because they have legacy applications with older FIX engines they can't put security feature patches onto.
Yeah.
So they use the router to protect their legacy FIX engines.
Yeah. There's a really nice searching facility in the FIX UI. Looks like this. So you select a message on the left, that's the orange line, and you see the details on the right. And that understands the same nice query language as the routing rules. Another thing which we're building right now and should be finished quite soon is support for FIX Orchestra. So that is finally the FIX trading organization have come to the party with a standard mechanism to define FIX schemas. So hopefully this will be the end of people sending PDFs to each other with their rules of engagement and their FIX messages in. Finally, we'll have a standard for machine readable FIX schemas. So adoption historically for the FIX Orchestra has been around for 3 or 4, or maybe even 5 years, I think. But it feels like adoption is really ramping up now. And we'll have support for it very, very soon. The other thing which we've done in Chronicle FIX, and this is a demo which I think you can download it, you can actually view on the website, is better support for, again, dynamic environments and leader election. So Chronicle FIX uses Q Enterprise under the hood to replicate its state. And this is a nice demo which I can show you, or you can watch the video, whereby we have a FIX client that's in the window on the left, top left, talking to a FIX server, which is there's 3 Kubernetes containers, and one of them is the leader and running a FIX server and talking to the FIX client. And if that dies, all you have to, and you can go in here, this is Lens here, it's a Kubernetes client that I use for the demo. You can go in here and just kill the Kubernetes pod that is the leader, and it'll transparently elect a new leader, bring up the FIX engine on that. No data will be lost, of course, because all the messages will have been replicated and acknowledged using Q Enterprise replication. And yeah, so you can kill these FIX engines at will, and they will restart, and it's fantastic, very resilient. And what you're seeing in the bottom left window is a Grafana dashboard which is surfacing a number of the monitoring stats that the FIX engine outputs. So in this case, you can see for example, the replication round trip latency graph down here. And up here, you can see the TCP message stats. So you can see FIX engine 2 is the master. It's writing a lot more than the other two nodes, and the two follower nodes are reading. They're reading at about half the rate this guy's writing, because of course it's writing to both of them, it's replicating to both of them. So yeah, you can download that off their website. I'll send round a link. The other thing we've done a bit of work on recently is building out our core market data adapter common functionality. So all modern market data adapters have converged towards similar technology stacks. So UDP, AB line ARB, i.e. multiple simultaneous connections sending exactly the same data. So you can do an ARB between the two lines and pick the first message that comes on either. SBE or itch to encode the market data, and miscellaneous recovery strategies in case your UDP market data, which is obviously transmitted over a lossy transport UDP, and a bunch of recovery strategies to then recover if you miss some data. So we've implemented a few different exchanges or LPs, and we're building out more. CME will probably be the next one, but we can do this very, very quickly. So if you need a market data adapter built, then feel free to give us a call. So Chronicle EFX is a bunch of EFX electronic foreign exchange components available out of the box. These components at the bottom of the screen here, aggregator, order, firewall, position manager, and P&L, are out of the box, and customers tend to just use them as they are. These components on the next page, i.e. FIX gateways, prices, and hedges, customers tend to build their own without using our source code as an inspiration, and that's how it should be. Everyone's got their own way that they want to price and they want to hedge, and we've got a bunch of framework stuff and a bunch of IP, and you can harvest that. This is actually a visualization because Chronicle EFX is built on Chronicle services. In fact, it is actually the granddad, I guess, of Chronicle services. And so this is what the Chronicle services monitoring looks like when put over EFX and surfaced in Grafana. So you can see the NDBB is our book builder or aggregator. That's outputting to an NDBB out Chronicle queue, and that queue is listened to by the position server, the pricer, and the hedger. So all of those things are listening to the market data, and you can see here that the position server is also listening to trades from the order executor, and the passive hedger is also listening to trades from the order executor. So this is a good example of how you of a visualization of how you wire up Chronicle microservices with EFX as an example. This is not all of the EFX services, but just a cut down example.
So on the arrows are some of the message types, and there literally is a DTO with that name in your code base.
Yes.
So that shows you what's actually going between them.
Yes. That's right, and it's just a DTO as well. It's a simple Java, idiomatic Java DTO, and the code that interacts with it is idiomatic Java. There's obviously a few smarts in there to reduce garbage and so on, but it's true to say that they are contained in utility or common functions, and for the most part, the Java code and Chronicle services is idiomatic Java.
So there's no kind of flyweight wrapper on some sort of obscure binary thing that you can't see in a debugger, for example.
Well, sometimes it's just pure POJOs, right? You can get good enough performance from them. We also have the binary flyweight wrapper, but yeah, you can use any and all of those things. So yeah, again, EFX is in production in a couple of a few banks, and enables you to get off the ground very quickly.